Ah, okay. I'm here. I may or may not have forgotten to press the next scene. Hello, 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 hello. I hope music's at the right volume as well. I was just reading up on what you said, Kickback. Also, hello, Kickback. But you said about the essentially the Silver Swallows have reformed then with the PC9. That'll be really, really interesting if they are. I really hope they decide to visit Ria as well if they do that. Although I don't... Did they decline? Let me just have a look. Are there ongoing conversations? Irish Air Corps ongoing with Ria, so maybe they'll be at Ria. Who knows? Who knows? Might be the wrong mic. It shouldn't be. It says it's set to the right one. Is there an issue with it? You sound like you're in an auditorium. Ooh. Oh no. My microphone, or the cable, might be a little broken. So how bad is this audio? Because this may be all we have today. Test. It's a little bit crunchy. But, I mean, like, it's copable, right? Is this microphone copable? Because I think my other one I need a new cable for. It's been on the fritz for a couple of days now and it seems like it's just finally died. Cheap cables, what can you say? But does this sound okay? And if so, we'll crack on, I guess. I'm just going to finish this cookie before I do that. No, it's the cable itself. I've had this happen before. It's because of how it plugs in at a 90-degree angle. I need to get one with a 90-degree connector, but over time they just deteriorate because I buy really cheap cables. So it's fine. So before we get into building today, how's everyone doing today? Yeah, I will get a new cable. I just need to get around to it. I have quite a few things to do, video-wise. I may have bought some stuff. And just realised you could hear me eating as well. Jesus Christ, I'm so sorry. These are so good. Okay, sorry, I had to eat that cookie. For anyone wondering, Galaxy white chocolate cookies. I thought they'd be massive because this is the size of the box, but they're pretty small. But they are very, very delicious cookies. I'm just having a one though. And I'm gonna go for a run tonight for the first time. Well, this music's a bit sexy, isn't it? Hey guys. This is a very different stream. Joking, obviously. Just painting the pilot on my ME 109. Ooh, I can't wait to see that, Dean. I hope you send me pictures. It's fine the way it is now. There was a bit of an echo, but since you moved the cable, it's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna buy a new USB cable anyway. I'll buy it tomorrow or something. I have some downstairs that might work. I might just plug it in a different place and just avoid using it as much. Hi Jackson, hi Marcus, hi Dean, hi Kickback, hi Anna, and anyone else who is here as well, hello. Should we get into things? Should we get into the good stuff? So, before we go in, I just want to pre-clarify, so this model was requested by Kickback, which is the Irish display team, and I was probably going to build it anyway. Let's be honest. But yeah, I just thought I'd say I'm really looking forward to building this. It's going to be so fun. Like, it's such a lovely little model, so I'm really excited to get into it. We'll do a little review of the kit itself first. Sorry, I'm just deleting some stuff because I realise I'm not going to have enough space in my hard drive otherwise. But yeah, we'll get into the actual building of it after I've done a little bit of a review of the actual kit itself, which, as usual, I won't have my camera on for, and then more often than that, we'll get into building it, because we got it right here, bestie. So, I think it's about time we got into it, guys. So let's go. Of course, my camera has disconnected for no reason. There we go. Fantastic. I may or may not have been working on a model just beforehand. And yes, that was out of focus. And no, I'm not going to show you again. You'll have to wait for the video. Right, let's have a quick review of this then. Oh, that didn't go in right. There we go. This is what we're doing today. Oh, my light should probably be on, because I think that's probably part of the reason why this looks so weird. I apologise, guys. There we go. I don't think that makes that much difference, but hey ho. So, Fuga CM's 170 Manchester. We built one of these before for Patrouille de France. I got this as $10.99, as you can see up here. The artwork on this box is gorgeous. I've always loved the artwork, and you can see the Silver Swallows emblem here for the display team. So, also my knife broke as well last night, so I don't really have a proper knife right now. So that is also going to be causing some issues today, I imagine. But we'll do our best to proceed anyway. Can I just say first of all, this box is excessive in size. So the actual model kit probably takes up about a third of this size. Like, look at all this empty space. This is ridiculous and needs to stop. I mean, I've seen some of the Airfix ones in smaller boxes now, which I'm glad about, but this is ridiculous. There's just no need for it. You can make another box out of the size of this. By the way, I digress. We'll ignore that. Okay. So, what are we going to look at first? Decals, of course. So, I'm going to try, let's try and keep you in suspense. There we go. So these are really nice decals, I think. So this here is the Silver Swallows sort of insignia here. The Irish roundel I've always thought is just gorgeous in general. I love it. It's such a vibrant, beautiful roundel to have. You have the Belgian Air Force options here as well. I personally think it would have been nice if they'd done this kit as a double display team variant. So they could have done this as a Diablo Rouge, the Red Devils, and then have Silver Swallows over here as well. They would need more decals for Diablo Rouge. I don't know, they feel good obviously. It's always nice to have these bits. so you don't have to freehand it, although to be honest I'm not too bad at freehanding anymore, as you'll see in the next video. So yeah, I like it. There's a lot of good sort of decal points, detail even points to put in over here as well. The text and the writing, let's see if we can, how zoomed in we can get on this. So yeah, oh my hands look disgusting, clipping painting. So you can see the no step. Let's see how zoomed in we can get before it doesn't focus. You can't really read the other points. You sort of can. It's definitely like actual font, you know? So that's the silver swallows up there. Again, looks super vibrant, super pretty. Come on, camera, there we go. Looks really, really nice. I don't know how you'd name them in sort of Irish, but I love these decals. I think they're so nice. Really can't wait to sort of get into them. Let's just adjust this again. Whoop. Cool. Instructions. So this I always think is just not really necessary in this day and age. I don't think it really does anything to get people super into it. So I can go in the recycling immediately. Instructions. This is when they started doing colour. It's an older kit from what I understand, so it's basically just a standard tub, engine intake, intakes even. I think we do need to put some weight in the nose, which I've got some white tack to do. And then here, I'm glad these are in colour, but again these could be digitised really in this day and age. I do like that the instructions are here, but again, it'd be so much better if these were digital, because then I could like pinch to zoom, and I could view these ones, so like these small decals even, and the same on this one. I could like pinch, zoom, and sort of be able to see them, particularly if I had, you know, bad vision. So it would have been nice if there was that. Kickback says, "Don't be great little kit. Don't be tricked into or fooled into thinking it's a modern style box that's a new tooling. It's exactly the same kit from 75-76. Yeah, which means it's going to be pretty much the exact same kit as the Hella boxing. So it's one I'm very used to building." And Dean says, "Super decals." Yeah, it's one of the few things that I genuinely think Airfix do very well is their decals. They are good at instructions these days. I just wish, and they're getting better at it because they do like the vintage classics collection. But I wish, I think, I was gonna say I wish they were more honest about when their kits are old or not. But I guess the vintage classics is their way of doing that. But there are some you can still buy that are really, really ancient mouldings that should not be. Clear part we'll go into in a moment. Let's have a look at this. So we know already this is going to be raised panel linings, which it is. You can see how raised everything is. It'll look nice, like the riveting will look nice. This is pretty much the only sort of non-raised detailing for getting the engraved stuff. I do like these cockpits though. I think they look very snazzy. Although, do we have decals for that? No, we don't, so we can paint those. Cockpit itself is really nice. So here, you can see how nice the cockpit looks, like the little buttons over here and here. It's not half bad. Oh, what's that say? Yeah, there you go, look. Airfix products, limited, 1975. So it literally says it in here how old the tooling is. You can tell anyway because, so on a newer sprue, the sprue would go all the way around, and it also helps prevent things falling off or getting wrecked or whatever. But obviously this is an older one, so literally everything sort of hangs off. It's not a great way of doing it, but because it's old, it's a very simple tooling. There's not a lot to it, so it's quite easy. Pilots, obviously we've got a pilot here, which is Kickback, who will be in the flying seat today. What's everyone thinking about Tamiya brushes? I have had one, I think, Tamiya brush in my time. They seem pretty good, to be honest. From my experience, my limited experience. Most paint manufacturers tend to do good brushes. So like this is my favorite detail brush, this one, and I can't find my other one, but I have this one. This was an Airfix one. It's starting to get a little bit worse for wear. And I had another one, which I can't find right now, but it's like these ones, which are Revell. So you can get quite a lot out there, to be honest. Okay, it's time for the clear parts. Okay, so let's be really honest about this. The detailing on it actually is pretty good. It's got all the rivets on here, which looks really nice. But my god, you can tell this is old. Obviously you can tell it's new plastic, so like transparency is mostly okay. It's hard to explain, but I can tell it's not like as transparent, I think. I don't know. It's not like yellowed or anything, it just seems a bit... Is there something off about it maybe? So the figure has a very odd layout that we'll go into in more detail. But to be honest, these are probably middle of the road, maybe 6 out of 10. They're not bad in any way, shape or form, they're just not good, you know? Because for something to be like good, it has to be above 5 or 6, right? Because 5 or 6 is like average. And this is very average. Obviously there's the small part here as well for the nose, for the landing light. Yeah, it's fine basically. And this is what you get for the overall kit. So I spent $10.99 on this. I don't think it was excessive. I think it's fine. It looks alright. Yeah. The question is, do we do it as a flying model or do we do it as a grounded one? I mean, I sort of feel like we should do it on the ground, right? Okay. Oh, look at that. Perfect timing. I can come back now. Hello. If we do get really far into this one, by the way, I do have another model we can get into. Because I sort of was aware that this one may not take a super amount of time, particularly because I have a spray can to paint it. And bar like, I think the very edge wingtips, the whole thing is pretty much just silver. So we're just going to cut out some of the main components here. Didn't even need to see, this is the issue, this stylus sprue. Like, I didn't even have to cut that, it just came straight off. Oh, the seat's already molded. You don't have to do anything. Wow. I need to get something like that. Again, for me, a lot of it's money, so it's a sort of a choice between modelling or equipment. And sometimes I'm just like, I'll just go for the model. So this basically just shoves in here. Very technical language there, I know, guys. Shoves in. Okay. Let's have a look at our instructionally doodlies. So, I need your guys' opinion, pilot or no pilot? Although it doesn't really matter, we can put the pilot in right at the end. Can we put the wings together now? Yes. Fantastic. But yeah, Dean, you're absolutely right. I do need to check out something like that. I think it would be very beneficial to me. Pilot, yeah. My last one has a pilot. I love that, like, some people, like, if you put a pilot in, they'll complain, and then what seems to be the main thing is people complain if you don't put a pilot in. Like, people don't like to be like, oh, I don't really get putting a pilot in, but you know what, fine. It looks alright. But then people who really like pilots, I've noticed, like, get really passionate about it. And I was just like, oh, you need to have a pilot in. And it's like, okay. Alright. So this is just gonna slide in here. I'm just gonna pop it in like that. Just tap it in. Don't need to do a lot to it. That's it, it's already in. So this one would go on this side. And basically fall in like that. To be honest, I don't see any reason why we can't just glue it straight in. We're just gonna completely deviate away from the instructions. I mean, this way we don't have to wait for it to dry whilst we crack on with the cockpit, so it does sort of make a modicum of sense to do it this way. There we go. So now let's get into the other one. What? Lexi not following instructions. I know. It's such a shock. Guys, don't worry. Don't call anyone. I'm okay. Yeah. It's just... like, I get why they are the way they are, but it's not very time management, likewise, very efficient, you know? It's sort of like, okay, if you have, like, all the time in the world, cool. But some of us are, like, busy. Like, I swear, like, Airfix thinks, like, everyone works exactly the same. Deviating from instruction story of my life. I mean, me too, bestie. If you've got the ME109 pilot, make sure you fit the pilot in before you strengthen both sides of the fuselage, otherwise it won't fit. Yeah, so I have built this kit before. I've not done a video on this particular kit. I've done 2 on the View Commander set before though. And I'll probably do one again. But yeah, I know this kit quite well. On my other one that I've done that's on the shelf over there, that's also one that I've sort of done before, so I sort of know sort of what to do with them. I could just put the I don't want to put the tails in though. I need to put the ends of that in though. Wow, how does that get past QT? If you can, would there be any chance of featuring Archie? Do you want me to get him now? I can get him now if you want. I mean, if you guys want to see Archie, then by all means. Is that the 172nd one, Dean? Hey Sarah J! Been up for a day and a half, I'm sleepy, oh my god. Is it like good being up or is it like anxiety being up? I hope you're okay in any matter. That's Archie. Okay, I'll get Archie. Let me just glue this in place and then I'll get Archie. I don't know, but yes please Archie. Okay, as soon as I've glued this bit in, I'll go get him. He's been an asshole today though, I'm just warning you. All he's done all day is just bite me. He's turning into... He's definitely a teenager. I mean, he's 6 months old now. Alright, let's go get Archie. I'll be one moment. I just changed the other scene. Oh, has my mouse died? Nope, there we go. Let me just mute myself whilst I go get it. Back in a moment, Archie's on his way! Yeah. You chill. Okay, he's chilling. He is for a moment at least. Hey, you alright? Yes. Hello guys, Archie is here, the quality controller. I think he can see you guys. Because for the most part now I've been suffering from demons a lot. Modelling helps. I'm glad modelling helps. Obviously if you want to rant or anything here, then you are more than welcome to, Sarah Jane. We can just sit here for a bit. It's not like this kit's gonna take me that long. We can sit here and vibe with Archie. He's actually going to sleep. I feel really bad for him. Yeah, you alright? You tired? Oh, you must be tired. You've been attacking me all day, eh? Hey? You're so adorable. You alright? little Tobbeans! He just lets you play with him. He doesn't care. Because since he was a really little kitten, I've always held his paw and stuff. And quite often when he sleeps, he'll hold my hand. Or like put his hand out for me to grab it. You can see he just doesn't really care all that much if I'm holding his little beans. He is looking outside. There's a window just there. And that's what he's looking towards. Plus, he sees the grass. My model's on, I think he wants that. Okay. I think he's trying to hug you guys. He's like, hello! You excited? Hey? Stream cat. Was up watching F1 and NASCAR this morning. Then World Superbikes. Ooh, and later IndyCar. There he is. Yay for cuddles. Naji. Exactly. I think that's just the longest he's actually sat here. Reminds me of my cat called Paris. Aww. So this cat... Oh. Hey. Hey. Like he wants to go. Yeah, okay, he wants to go. We're gonna let him go. Because we need to be good. I also just had a missed call, so I'm just gonna answer that whilst we take Archie back to his little birdie. I'll be back in a second, guys. There we go. I am back. Hello, 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 hello. Been a lovely day, so got some trained on a couple models. Awesome. I'm really glad to hear that. Believe it or not, this Fuga and the Hella are different tooling. For the most part, they are the same. There's one difference between the fuselage that prove different. I know these are like fuel tanks, right? But I know these are different on them as well, because on the Hella one, you can choose between the two different ones. There's a longer one and a shorter one. I know that's the thing. At least the quality control director turned up to say hello, excellent. Do you want me to put him in videos and see if he approves of models? I feel like it'll go horribly wrong. I built the Fuga in 9 Simpsons times. Yikes, I'm old. You're not old. You're exactly the age you're meant to be here today. And I built 5 of these, I think, in my time. Also, my lipstick is horrendous, so I apologise. Okay, what were we even doing? We were going to spray this, weren't we? In fact, we didn't even need to spray it to us, we just need to go in with black. I need to get some new paintbrushes as well. I need to get like a whole set of paintbrushes. Really smart of me to put the cookies on top of the water I'm using. That seems like a particularly dumb move. But yeah, I built the Diablo Rouge version. I built the Patrouille de France one. I built twice. I built this exact kit many years ago, and it looked very bad. And I think I built the French one when I was a child as well. I don't have that like image of that anymore. So yeah, I built these a couple of times. It's probably the most, bar maybe a Red Arrow Talk, it's probably the most built one I've ever had. I built the 148 scale version of it from AMK. That is an amazing kit. Is that the company who do the Alpha Jet as well? I know there's a company who do the Alpha Jet and 148 2 at the moment. I really want to get the Hella one. I did have that once as well, but alas, that is gone as well. I really want to get the for a project I want to do. I really need to try and get hold of the F-86 Sabre with Yugoslavian decals, but literally cannot find that anywhere for love nor money. So I think the only place I found it was like 20 quid, and I'm just like, ooh, that's a lot for a kit that should be about £10. So haven't gone for that yet. If you look on the canopy, the FX kit has a step on the rear canopy, which is wrong, whereas the Hella kit has a level canopy, which is correct. Oh. You mean here? Oh, I just realised I've not changed this over. Give it a second. So yeah. You mean this bit? At the back here, right? Wow, that brush looks horrendous. Yeah, the it is different. You're right. I'm not going to try and fix it though. I am not brave enough to do that. What colour should the pilot be? What? Kick back your nose. What colour should the pilots be? In like IAC service. I was about to Google it and then realise you'll be able to tell me. Where are the control columns? The only bit worried I was about, so I found a plain kit I most definitely have to get. Oh, what kit do you need to get? Kinetic, okay. And I did the kinetic version, but spelt differently. I've never built the kinetic one. I built Patrouille de France, Assas de Portugal. I built about 3 Belgian versions, and I built a Portuguese military version as well. That's the mistake. White helmets, dark blue flight suits, olives, drab straps, black boots and gloves. Dark blue. Lufthansa blue it is. Oh, actually, did the Silver Swallows have a different one? I know where I can check it. Can look at the re-app footage, can't we? Let's have a quick look. That is really bad footage. I think you're right. I think the Silver Swallows use exactly the same. From what I can see. Yeah, they use exactly the same from what I can see. Oops. Okay, so we'll go in with a blue undercoat basically. Sorry, just checking the scales. Shows on like mass. He's down south a lot of the moment. You've had me to get to. Oh, are you up north like me? Yeah, a lot of them are very southern, to be honest. I think the first film I saw was Battle of Britain. There's a kit of the Bouchon coming out. Cool movie star. Yeah, the Hispano HJ112. Was it? No, not the 112. Is it the 112? Oh wait, the Bouchon. The Pigeon was the Spanish version of the had a Griffin engine, didn't it? Was it Griffin or Merlin? Yeah. Excuse me. It had the British version anyway. In any rate. I don't know how these two paint brands are going to play, but I guess we're about to find out. Because to me that looks about the right colour. From what I can see online. So this is going to be Kickback we are making in Kit 4 today. So I hope you're all very excited. I love the music from Battle of Britain. I love Battle of Britain in general. Would you guys like want to see videos on like aviation films? I have like got a series, well like a video coming out to do with air shows and DVDs. Like I've already started writing it. But I considered doing like all the like the non-American versions of like Top Gun. Because I've seen like both the Chinese ones and I've seen the Korean version. And the Russian one, which is horrific. And they'd be fun videos to do. And they wouldn't take very long in comparison. I mean, Spain post-war was insane. They had the Casa... Is it... Did they call it the 211? The treble one. Basically the license-built version. Which they also used. What else did they have? They had their own jet that they built as well. I had the soundtrack of the film still 199. The pattern bill and more. The Battle Brush and more of like for the first time this year. Yeah, I saw your comment on that. Are you going to be able to see them? Because you're going. Are you going? Is it Ria you're going to this year or Scare Model World? That's the point. Is your girlfriend going to be coming with you? You say it was white helmets, right? I don't know how to ask this without sounding really dumb, but because I'm doing your model, like, what would your skin tone be? Is it like Caucasian? Is it darker? Like, would you describe yourself as like having a rich deep color, or is it like a sort of more Asian skin tone? I mean, I literally have one skin color. And then I have browns that I add to it. I think I've pretty much been very lazy and just used the one colour I have a lot of the time. Yeah, which is just called flesh. It's It's always white helmets. 633 film was given the mosquitoes. Yes, it is pretty good. It is white helmets. Yes, it is. I just googled it. But I should have just listened to you guys. Going re-at this next year. Couldn't get accommodation this year. White Caucasian. Okay. I'll just do the skin tone first then. In fact, the brush is clean, so let's do the white helmet. So as well, just as so you guys know, like the core of the people who come here, so videos will hopefully be going back to weekly with effect from about 2 weeks time. So no video tomorrow because one came out last week, and then it should be the week after you get a video, and then following that you should get videos consistently then. And it should hopefully be weekly, because basically I should have the videos ready and done and lined up, filmed, edited, everything. That's sort of my goal. And if that's done, it's going to be really easy for me to get the models videos out. I tend to go quite heavy with the white on helmets, to be honest. There is a really horrible seam line that I should have taken care of and I didn't. So I'm afraid, Kickback, you are going to have a seam line on your head. We're just all gonna pretend collectively that it's not there and ignore it, okay? Oh shit! Let's not do that again. Riet's only an hour away from here. Yeah, from where my parents were, it was about the same as well. Oh, on Discord? Anna, if you're here, can you share some links to the Discord if that's okay? Oh, I love your Alpha Jet! The Alpha Jet looks so nice. Oh wow, the Fuga is so detailed. God, sometimes I wish I did bigger models. The Kinetic Alpha Jet looks so sick. Obviously doesn't look as like nice as display colours do, because that's what I'm obsessed with. But damn, that looks so good. Also, Marcus, once I'm more up to date with videos, that's what I'm gonna plan to start doing the one you sent me. I'm thinking of doing that maybe in my birthday week, which is in June. Well, modelling Discord, but also general gaming. So if you want to play War Thunder with people, if you want to talk to people about aviation or general stuff, then just join it. Trans and LGBTQIA inclusive, ASD inclusive, very safe space for anyone who wants to talk about anything they want. If you do want to join the Discord. Oh, I should have white gloves as well. The Air Cadets has 7 Fugas. The Air Corps, sorry, has 7 Fugas, but not many people know about it. Not worried about my seam line, as in real life I have one due to Amex crash. So it's rather apt. We'll just roll with that then. In my early 20s, I got my daughter, my dad, gosh, I can't read today, can I, guys? A glider flight at Cranfield. My dad knew someone I ended up going on Flight Simulator over in Germany. Oh. gliding is one of the weirdest things. I've done it, I think I did it 3 times when I was in Air Cadets. And I remember the instructor being a bit of an ass. Like, I remember he was hungover as hell. And he was really, really unpleasant to me. Like, I think I just gave off, like, queer energy. And he just totally picked up on it. He was kind of horrible to me. Like, he wasn't horrible really to anyone else. Except the kid who was, like, always trying to show off. The kid who got selected to do air recognition over me, despite the fact I actually knew what I was doing with air recognition. And then when I didn't turn up to, like, wing training day, they were really shocked. Like, oh my god, why haven't you turned up? And I'm just like, why would I turn up? Like, you literally gave the thing I'm good at to someone who is not good at it, because they basically act like they want to suck your dick. Like, reward people who can actually do things. Not that I'm still salty about it, obviously. You understand. Whoever it was who used to comment on my videos saying, please pick pilots in. You are getting your wish. Because all my most recent ones have had pilots. Okay. And they said it was olive straps. The fact that I had a rolling map. A rolling map? Jesus Christ. So where I grew up, the Air Cadets was on obviously an air base. And we went on the simulator there. Without giving too much personal information away as well, I've been on the C-130 Hercules, like, proper pilot trainer simulator as well, which is like in a giant hangar. That was an amazing experience. But I mean, that's not too much of a surprise. And then Red Man had a pilot's license, flew all the place to get his hours in, even Le Mans. That felt posh to do. It's one of the things, if I, because I have no intention of ever having kids or anything. Like, if this channel ever, like, gets to the point where I can earn enough money, I'd love to learn to fly. Oh, this keeps going out of focus. I'm gonna manually focus this, I think, for a moment. Whoops. Hello? Okay. That is not the right button. There we go. Oh, damn it. I got green in places I wasn't meant to. No! Luckily I haven't mixed this back in yet. So it's still the colour that we mixed. Which means I can just take it back on and tidy it up. Okay. So the other bit I want to do is black. So there is one other bit that I think should be white, and that's the undershirt that you can't really see in this model at all, but I know it's there. Okay. It's not my best, I'll be honest. But I mean, for the size, I think it looks fine. Are we happy with that kickback? Are we happy that this is you flying the Silver Swallows? First choice, perhaps learn to fly. Second choice, work on the engines of the aircraft. Third, learn to paint them. I mean, I'm never going to have kids, so it's definitely something I want to do in the future. But just buying a house right now is a priority, but houses are like so expensive. Like in where I live, like getting a really basic house is just so impossibly hard to do. Right. So we're just gonna go over this. Basically, I think just dry brushing it. I think it's gonna be the easiest way to do this. And we don't actually have a dry brush, so our way of doing this is just using a flat brush. I also never found that pilot from the other week, by the way. He looks like an Irishman. Then I have done my job. Hopefully Kickback saw it and was okay with it. So, let's get off as much as we can. I took off a little bit too much. Yeah, that looks about right, maybe. This may not show up very well for you guys. Which I'm aware of. So you're gonna have to trust me. I'll let Fab in 1 second. Thanks for normalizing me, no problem. Obviously I'll shout you out in the video because you're the reason I've done this one. And if anyone else has any requests for me to make them or a plane or anything, then just let me know. It's fun. Because you guys are like the community, so... Okay, now we should go in with the lighter one. I can see the likeness getting back. That is steel. This is grey. That's separated to fuck. There we go. Thank you, Dean. This is just doing it quite simply, because I think at this scale, less is sort of more. So like really, to me, that looks sort of fine. And it does look probably a bit cartoony, but again, to me that's fine. I'm just going to do the exact same thing over here on the control panel. Just dry brushing it, making sure it gets the high detail sections. And like, you can see the difference it's made to like the raised sections. You see? So now, like, I don't know how clear that looks, but to me, in my eyes, like, you can tell it's not just black anymore. So what we can do, just to let a little bit of fun, is we can just add in some little pops of colour. Completely unnecessary, but... And we're not doing it for any sort of accuracy, it's just to make it look... Next, try Irish Fuga number 221. Oh, like a mysterious fuga? I'll be honest with you, Dean, a lot of my techniques are just Warhammer techniques. So, when you say it's the Forgotten Fuga, does it still exist now? Or is it like long gone? See, now I've highlighted them. I'm barely touching the white on, but because they're already quite a light grey, it's almost, in some areas, it's just highlighting the grey. So it's not even really doing too much. You see? And that's what we end up with. It looks fine. I'm gonna search Irish Fuga 221. Oh. It's now stored and dismantled with the Irish Air Corps Museum in 2012. Ooh. There's literally like one thing that comes up and that's it. That's insane. Also, there's an Irish Air Corps Museum. I need to go. It looks like it's probably quite small though, huh? Looking really good, thank you. I mean, we're pretty much at a point where we can just put it all together. Which is nice. I sort of feel like there needs to be like 1 or 2 more red buttons on it though. Let's do this top one. And then on the control column, we're going to do the same sort of thing. There we go. How do you guys feel if I eat another cookie? Former French aircraft machine bought by the Irish Air Corps only to use as a ground-based machine for mechanics to learn. It never actually flew in service. Ah, interesting. Okay, let's get this cockpit assembled. I think this is the most attention to detail I have ever put into a cockpit. So please feel very, very special right now, Kickback, that it's your model that is the first of this standard. Okay. So the smaller one at the front. Along with the two and it never flew, it decided to keep it in original French Air Force markings. Oh, interesting. Even for not flying, that's quite unusual for it to just be kept in the original markings. Wow, these are shit tweezers. Oh no, that may have gone to the carpet monster. Oh no, it's here. Okay, these tweezers are the worst investment I've ever had in my life. We're not going to use them anymore. Where are my other ones? You know what, fuck it, we're just going to use this. When you're using pliers because your tweezers are so shit. Oh, that I did just sort of throw. Oh no. Okay. So I'm gonna look for this on the carpet. And at least this time you guys can hear me, huh? Whilst I look for it. It's always so weird, like there's not really anything here for it to get lost behind, and yet anytime stuff drops on the floor it seems to never ever be found. Which is sort of fascinating in a weird way. Like that pilot from the other day, never found them ever again. I don't understand how this one's gone, because it's like black and my carpet's like a pale brown. Is it on the chair? This is so frustrating. Okay, it's not on that. Then where could it have gone? Oh no. How have I lost another component to the floor? That's an old SCART cable. I just don't understand where that's gone. Okay. Well, that's irritating. We'll have to look for that later. I'm not going to hold up the whole stream for it. It'll turn up. Okay. Why waste time on new paint when it's never going to be outside hanger? Very true. Yeah, I know, it just did that. I'm gonna just... So I picked it up like this, right? I just saw something fly off then. Okay. That explains why I couldn't find it. It went behind a bit of black tape. Oh, thank God. I'll be honest, I was pretty close to like crying. Because I spent so much time making this look nice. Oh, I founded the Lost Parts Club, don't you worry. Okay. I picked up like this, oh no. Okay. There we go. Now let's see the back one. The carpet monster is collecting greebles for a kibosh. So can we all just agree that, like, for anyone who's played Warhammer 40k, the carpet monster's definitely an orc, right? Like, that is, like, he definitely is just an orc stealing parts and painting them red and going, red things go faster. Right? That's the energy I get from the carpet monster, at least. Dean, honey, I feel your pain. Quite often, I end up literally just making the part myself out of putty. Because I ain't just like, I ain't got time for this shit. However, in this instance, I just want this to look amazing. And I'll be honest, for the girl who's literally spent every video saying she hates doing cockpits and doesn't really see the point in them, this looks kind of good actually. Although I just realised that's getting in the way. I need a bit of repainting on the edge from where the glue's been, but that will take like 2 seconds to do. This looks surprisingly good. I love that in the Fuga they had literally, because they sat like one behind the other, they had to like use a periscope to see in front. Before building a model, drop a bit of spray on the floor to feed the carpet monster first and glance. Sarah, you've got all these good ideas, honey. Like, I must learn. So let's just all have a quick look at how Kickback looks inside the cockpit. Okay. Now, does this look right to people? If it focuses. There is a hair sticking off, but we're going to ignore that, guys. Unless I can get it off. Okay, I got it off. Yeah, what do we think? Does it look okay? To this scale, anyway. I think my carpet monster telepathically wills me to drop it. I think the same. Looking for the 109 rudder pedals dropped on the floor and the joystick scratch built as a result. I always do that. Rudder pedals, like, they're so small on 1/72 scale that I don't really think you can even see them, so I would just tell people it's there and just pretend. Damn things didn't have ejection. Even have ejection seats. Yep, and they had to have that stupid periscope for you to even be able to see. Kickback is looking good. Right at home, very good. Very good. Oh, great guys, I'm glad you like it. So, we have done a few steps. Is it just the air intake we need to do next? Pretty much. Okay. Do we need to put weight in the front? And do they have those bits? They do, but we're gonna just glue those bits on the front. I'm not gonna bother with the drill bit. Okay. You really have done me justice. Good. I'm glad. I would hate to do you an injustice. That would be embarrassing. Like, hey guys, does this look okay? It'd be like, no, it looks awful. Oh, Jackson, if you're still here, did you get my email, by the way? So this white tack I have used to spray a few models. So it is a bit gummy and gross. So we are going to basically use it as a weight at the very front. I'm not even sure if you need a weight. Okay. We might have to weight that bit, because I know we have to stick another bit in the front, don't we? Yeah, so part number 8. Which I know, like, in the French one, it said to paint beige, which I thought was really odd, because you definitely can't see it once it's in the kit. It's really, really weird. So then says, glue them in place. And basically it just fits in like that, right? Okay. Oh shit, yeah. That's what we should do, is paint the sides. Let's not do what we did on the Ishkar where we just completely forget to do that. Okay, that brush may be wrecked. So the issue is here as well. It's not that bit's come out. That's okay, it sticks back in. Let me just glue that bit there. So we can just, some parts in 124 are bad enough, let alone 1/2. I feel like it's relative though, right? Because the bigger the kit gets, they still make small parts, they're just for different bits. So like, a pilot at 1/72 bits tends to be like a couple of parts, but then like, on 1/42 scale, 1/24 even, it can be like lots and lots of parts. Okay, that cockpit actually is probably the best cockpit I've ever done in my entire life, and I'm really fucking proud of it. Like, legitimately. That looks sick. Okay. I keep hitting the cockpit. Wow. Yeah, the cockpit, not the camera. The cockpit with my head. I'm so dumb. It's just one of those days today, it seems. You can see how smooth this plastic is. The fact that it's not gripping any paint at all. Okay, so we want to do the air intake bits. So we do 9 and 10 first. So part number 9. There's this bit. And part number 10. Okay, there's a hole. Okay, I think that's how that's meant to go. I just launched a pilot into oblivion. Okay. So that bit is not meant to have that little pokey out bit down there. So we're gonna cut that a little bit off. There we go. And then this bit needs to go in first, okay. That's okay. So these fuses are rubbish, but they can still be used for sort of bigger parts, I guess. Oh my god. Just go in. Please. There we go. Okay. Now we can do another layer on this. Okay, that's good. God, I can feel my brushes like sort of falling apart a little bit, which is a bit unfortunate. You know that feeling you get where like you can tell the actual brush nib part is disconnecting from the rest of the brush. That's definitely how mine are going, which is very unfortunate. But hey ho. Obviously I should have painted these bits before I glue them in place, however they're going to make such a marginal difference, like when you actually have the assembled model, that I'm not too fussed. Plus I can sort of paint them when they're together, so it's fine. Okay. I think we are most of the way there. Let's just have a look how we do the landing gear at the front. Shove it in from the looks of it. Okay, yeah, because that's going to be filled, so in which case we can sort of just fill this bit up. It doesn't say you need to add any weight, to be fair. But I sort of just naturally assume that you do. Okay, are we ready to merge the two parts? It feels very nose heavy, which is good. Okay, there's nothing else I need to do, so we can just do this. Okay. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we have mergence. Beautiful. Now what we need to do is just basically remove the little putty bits. That should not really be there. Okay. I think this is dissolved anyway. Yeah, it looks like it. Okay. It's fine if we get some mess on it, which we have done. That's okay. But that looks pretty good to me. So, next steps then, guys. So it says add tail sections. Okay. Wings we've already done. And then it's landing gear and... You're done. Wow. Should we get this whole thing built today then? Okay. So... How do you know which one goes which side? That looks right. There. Okay, so it's quite easy to work out which one goes where, honestly. Why does it do it from upside down though? That's a really... And plus, like, upside down it shows it being the other way around? What? I mean, that doesn't even... I guess. I think they look the same whichever way around you do it, to be honest. But we'll just go with this way. Just because this is the way around it is right now. Okay. It's looking pretty good so far. Whilst the tail section is driving, we can probably get the landing gear assembly done. Okay. So 37, 38. Oh, the front bit is just 32, which is this bit. Okay. Let's just paint the wheel black. Wow, some of my brushes are absolutely fucked. Okay. Let's just paint all the tires fully black first. Because basically we're just going to assemble this whole thing. I know we're going to go over it and paint it, but we can put mask oil on the tires. If needed, you know? I mean, I need to use that stuff at some point. And there's the rear one as well, isn't there? There. I think what we're gonna do as well is just go over like a little bit of black in some places. And it doesn't really matter too much if it's tidy or not, because I don't know how much it will show through anyway. But this is essentially what you would do for pre-shading for an airbrush. But we're going to be using a rattle can. So it shouldn't need to be really, really tidy. It should just hopefully add a little bit of depth. Hopefully. Okay. Kettle's boiled. Ugh. You get me a drink. Again, this doesn't need to be neat, so I'm not like super worried about anything. They are basically like crevices on the back. It's kind of horrendous how deep they are. Okay. So, landing gear should be dry by now, which means we should be able to take it off. Yep, that looks very much dry to me. Basically, I want to build this kit and then spray it, because the spraying of this kit is literally spray the ends white, spray the rest of it silver, and then you're done. And I have a silver spray, so... Okay. Nope. If I was doing it as a, if I wasn't gonna use inks afterwards, yes. But I have this. So, this will literally just coat this. Probably don't even really need to varnish it at all, to be perfectly honest. Not varnish it, primer it. Like, it should just be fine. But I'm not going to depend on that, so... Okay, so 11 is the wheel. 35 is this bit. Whoops. There we go. And then we want 36, which I think is over here. Which it is. And the wheel. You can tell I've been like keeping an eye on the parts as I've gone on. Then we need part number 37. Which is this bit, which goes in here. And this bit we put on here. And then we see if we can hold it with these tweezers, which we probably can't, because they're kind of shit. Oh shit, is it the wrong way around actually? Yeah, it is. Oh my god. Okay, I'm using these. It does, but firstly I don't have a black undercoat, and secondly, I don't think it's massively necessary. If it was, because I'm going to ink it afterwards anyway, which will be like adding the weathering. I think if you're airbrushing it, absolutely it does. But when you're using a rattle can, they tend to come out pretty thick in comparison. And so I just don't think it's as necessary. Oh god. This bit is very annoying. There we go. And that's basically how that goes in. These bits take absolute age to dry. Unsurprising. I think... Do you know what? Yeah, it probably would look better. If I'm being really, really honest, so like when I used to do Warhammer, if I was doing any sort of silver finish first, I would always put down a black undercoat first. And I will probably put down a silver undercoat, as in like a grey primer undercoat. Mainly because I don't want to spend money when I don't need to. And that's... I don't think it's like as necessary these days. Paints have come a long way. The reason you want to put any sort of undercoat down is because the surface obviously itself is... I mean, this plastic in particular is very shiny and smooth. So when you have a smooth surface, paint obviously needs something to grip to, and it can't grip to anything. And so it's a lot harder for the paint to stick and might just rub off. Whereas undercoats are designed to be very grippy and sticky, and so will, although dry down quite matte, will create a better surface for the paint to stick to. So when you have a metallic finish, the paint itself is also quite smooth and isn't necessarily the most grippy paintable. So when you then add in add that on top of a really, really shiny plastic already, it means that the yeah, so when you add on a shiny paint with a shiny surface, it basically just means it's not going to stick at all. And that's the main reasoning why you want to use a good undercoat, or at least an undercoat. Like, even if you literally just went over the model with like a shit layer of like normal paint, that would be fine. Like, literally anything. I'm just gonna do this off camera very quickly. I also need to get much better tweezers because the tweezers I got just don't work. There we go. I'm just going to glue that in place. And do the same on this one. The front wheel I'm a bit worried about, I'll be honest. It does not seem to be sticking at all. Like, that's not stuck at all. I think there's a little bit too much in the way of white tack in there. Because the actual model's not stuck together at the front either. Whereas the rest of the model is completely stuck together. Okay, should we try that again, maybe? We need a bit of this. And then we're just gonna okay. If that still doesn't work, we can always add on something else afterwards. But I think this should be fine now. And there we go. I've sanded off seam lines as I use a primer as it grips faucet ready paint. I try to use Halford's primer. I try to use Halford's plastic primer as you get more and able to use carbonates on top of it. Yeah, it's a good shout, and I mean, to be honest, I know a lot of people, even on planes, use Halford's primers because they're just so cheap and affordable and accessible. Whereas, you know, a standard primer, modelling primer, we're talking a couple of, like, well, probably like up to £1 a model maybe, depending on like the type of primer you get. Obviously if you're airbrushing it yourself, it's going to be significantly cheaper. But if you're using a rattle can, then yeah, it can soon add up cost wise. So on this we're just trying to remove some of the paint we got on there. So we're just going to go in very small motions. Okay, so looks like it hasn't stuck. So we're going to do this a very risky way. Which is basically sanding the paint to glue into it. Which does tend to make sure it merges. But sometimes can ruin the look of the model. Okay. Okay, well it's not a tail setter, that's always good. So we have mostly finished. So let's put our friend back in. Because, there we go. I think, so I'm basically, I'm going to let this dry and see if everything does sort of fall into place. I know that landing gear can be really an ass, and so I'd rather just sort of let it chill. So I think this is where we're going to call it today, but hey, Kickback's in his Fuga. Let's just have a look inside that cockpit whilst we're here. It doesn't look bad, does it? Okay. Wow, I think that's probably where we're going to leave it today. I do really thank everyone for being here. Let me just move this over here. So I'll give you a sneak peek of the next video going out. Or Mr. Colour Acrylic Lacquer Paints, to use water or normal. Got some not using them yet. Mr. Colour, I think you're fine with water. I used them when I used to be at Modelling Club. I've only ever used them once. I used them for a Seahawk I had. And yeah, I think I used water then. If you're really, really unsure, if you get, even, obviously you're in the UK, so if you go to Hobbycraft, although obviously you won't be able to today, but like, you can just use like Revell Aquacolor Mix, which is there just like acrylic thinner, but a standard thinner will be fine. Most acrylic you'll find with water, to be perfectly honest. Looks good. You've done well. Thank you so much. It was a really nice kit to put together. We've not got too many parts left to go on, to be honest. So yeah, looks fab, hun. Thank you so much. No problem. It was really fun to make something for you, you know, and makes you guys like. So I just do you mind if I rant quickly, guys? Because I feel like I need to just rant and just talk as like a human to you guys, if that's okay. But like, I obviously talked about last week, like how like this is a safe space to people, and like I started streaming during the pandemic because we went into like my then partner went into like got a really bad job. They hated it because they lost their main career and they're really unhappy. And I did streaming as a way for me to sort of like get away from things, and I did gaming. And I was trying to, I'll be really honest with you, I did it to try and make money. And I started doing okay, but I got really, really burnt out, and I was really unhappy, and I was, you know, I did XCOM streams, and I was getting to, like, a good amount of viewership. But I hated it. I absolutely hated doing it. It was not fun to do at all. So then I got onto doing, like, I think about June, I started doing, like, I did, like, 1 or 2 model streams for my birthday. And obviously then over time I went from Twitch to YouTube, and I've just done modelling streams, and I do 1 a week rather than trying to stream 3 times a week, which was killing me alongside my full-time job. And I honestly have never been so happy. Not only with modelling, but like with streaming, and you guys are such an amazing group of people. I'm so glad each and every one of you comes here every Sunday to chill with me whilst I make an absolute mess of a model kit sometimes, or sometimes make something that doesn't look half bad. So it's so nice to have you all here. I genuinely appreciate each and every one of you, and being able to like give back to you guys by like making one of you guys in a model kit is like honestly so fun and so nice, and it makes me feel like I can actually do something for you guys as well. And you know, in the future, obviously, hopefully this channel will help me pay for my modelling hobby, because you know that would be nice. But even if it doesn't, I enjoy doing this because I get to meet amazing people who love doing model making and love just chilling out and vibing, you know, with like-minded people. And that's a really lovely thing to be able to do, and not a lot of people get to do that. So yeah, that's my little rant. I know it doesn't really mean anything, but I mean, I don't know. The closer I get to like 30, the more I think it's just nice to have like a good, nice group of people who you can chill with, you know? So yeah, anyway, that was my little rant. Looks great again. Must see the finished model soon. So in terms of schedule, hopefully, say the one I flashed up, we must all meet to put a showtime time. I mean, yeah, I mean, Scale Model World, we could always sort something for then in November. I'm happy to do that. For anyone going to Milton Keynes, again, we can sort something then as well. Trust me, hun, it's us that owe you a debt of gratitude. Aww, it's always a pleasure watching you. Aww, guys, I'll cry. My hair, like, if you can't tell, like, my hair is a mess. My makeup is a mess because I literally, like, I'm trying to lose weight again because I gained a lot of weight during lockdown. I used to be, like, a lot thinner, and now I'm quite big. So I walked to town today, did all my food shopping, I walked back with it. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make myself do some exercise, gonna try and go for a run later. So like my hair looks horrible, my makeup is just like bad because obviously I've been walking around all day. So, but yeah, it's so nice to be here. Have you asked Airfix for a kit? They're normally quite supportive. Try it, you never know. I could do. What should I ask for? What should we ask for? I mean, I could do. What, like a kit to review? I think once I get to 1,000 subscribers, that's when I was going to start actually approaching people. Because like when you're under 1,000, you can't even get monetized. Whereas when you're like at 1,000, that's where you can like start applying for like, you know, you get ad revenue and you're seen as a bit more serious, I guess. Worked very hard on that scale model today, may I say also. I mean, yeah, it's fun. I actually want to up my skill level. I want to like be seen as someone more serious modeler in the space. I still owe AOL to Katana, so don't mention me. I won't mention you, don't worry. We all love shoes. Aww. I did figured you meant Airfix. You're gorgeous just the way you are. Don't ever forget that. Stop. A kit review sounds good, all sets. Email Airfix, say about your channel and just see. Okay, fuck it. Why not? I'll do it in the week. If you guys insist, I'll do it. Because I mean, like, these live streams aren't bad, and I don't mean this to sound horrible to anyone, but like most people who stream don't get more than like a couple of people, like literally 1-2 people come in. Bar Anna, I didn't know any of you guys. You guys found my channel, you like my content, and we've got a really nice little community, and I love that. I got watching a couple of channels through the pandemic. Oh, didn't we all? I think that's why I restarted mine. So I did a video reviewing. Was it the Shengang J? No, I don't. No, it was the Chengdu J20, like the well, it said like the F22 equivalent in China, but it's not really at all, in my opinion. But yeah, I did a video like reviewing that, and that did well, and I've just never done my channel ever since. So yeah, I'm glad to be back. Wonderful, and the streams are good. Do you know what? I'll email all of them. I'll email Ravel, Italary, I'll email Hella, I'll email Airfix, everyone. Yeah, you're right. It is just the cost of a pigeon. I mean, I have a massive project coming up in the summer that I'm hoping is going to help, you know, the channel. I mean, I've got a couple of big projects coming up. And they're all ones that should do quite well in the algorithm, so, you know, we'll see. God, I think this has been the most chill I've ever been in a stream, to be honest. Because I've not had to do anything today. I've literally, I was playing Minecraft with my friends until like, literally, I think 2 minutes before the stream. And then just come here and chilled with you guys. But I think because I knew what I was doing. Yeah, it's been really nice, hasn't it? Right. So before we finish up today, does anyone have anything they want to say? Anyone got any requests for kits or anything else? To give you guys an idea, I have like a few really, really early jets coming. I also have my first resin kit potentially coming. So I have a few quite big things coming up. So yeah. Also, Jackson, did you get my email? I know I asked earlier, but I think you were away. But just let me know if you got it. Building on a budget channel. Thomas has 1k subs, and he's just been getting sent kits. Oh, maybe I should have a look then. The Tiger tank I have? MiG-19. Okay. So you say that, but last time I rang Airfix for a replacement part, they said no, and they said I'd have to pay like £6, and I was just like, I can literally buy the kit for that. I think it was like £1, £2 for the part, and then like £3 postage, and I was just like, I can literally buy the kit for that. So I did. I just went and bought the kit on eBay. Because I was trying to be like relatively sustainable, you know, I didn't want to like buy a whole kit for one part, but that's what I ended up doing, which is really kind of sad. Beacon models? Ooh. We're gonna have a look at this quickly. This beacon models. Are they just 144th? Or do they do... You did, okay. That's why you still even understand what for a replacement part. You know what? They're like a UK company, aren't they? So maybe I'll give them a go. I'm probably gonna take in Ravel then. Ravel, so funny story, ages ago I bought a Ravel kit, I lost the canopy, and then I emailed them and I never got a response, and I just went, oh okay, never mind, I'll build it without it. I finished the model, everything was fine, and literally about 2 weeks after I finished the model, I just got a package come through with the part in, and I was just like, oh, okay. I mean, if he owes you a favour, you could always just put me in the magazine for something. Obviously that's never going to happen, but that's, yeah. I mean, hey, getting stuff to review from Airfix would be really cool. You know, if they wanted to give me paints, I don't mind swapping my loyalty if you get free paints. Building on a budget now has a code to buy from Kent's Models and get a small amount from it. Something to think about anyhow. I'll note down your guys' suggestions. I really do appreciate it. You guys are amazing. Because I think that's the thing, right? Like, I think I've got my like unique spin on modeling, right? Because I do like a full thing of the whole history of whatever I'm making. So I think I do okay on that. I have got a paint review coming with literally like eight different companies. So that is coming. I literally need, I think I just need to spend another £20 on paint. But that's one of the massive projects I have. You'll see why it's a massive project. Yeah, beacon models I'll have a look at. I can, like, it's 15 quid for a double set, so that would be cool to do. Gecko? Who are Gecko? I didn't know that company. Aftermarket stuff, I don't do a lot of aftermarket because I don't really do detailing, but I do a lot of aftermarket decals. I like PZL, Midnight Hawks. I've got like Cydia Khan to do as well, so I've got like them to do. Aftermarket parts, I think I should probably like do a kit I've already done or something and maybe look at them. And then I can be like, hey, look, refer to this one. Especially the Irish watching. And why would you want me to do an Irish one? Hey, maybe I will. So I have got a plan. I'm just gonna, because you guys are here, I'll fucking tell you, I'll treat you to like what my plan is. So at the moment, obviously, I've got the NHS Hawk that is done. That's finished. That was a present for my mum for her birthday. So I've even like written her name on it with paint, which looks quite good. Then we've got the Fuga Manchester. I've still got the Ukrainian MiG-29 to finish, but I need to get some paint to do it, and I'll be honest, I'm just scared of doing it. So that needs to be done at some point. Other than that, the plan is basically I've got this really old air racing kit to do, which looks really fun and really easy to do. And I've got, like, that should just be a fun one to do. I also have, if I can, this as well. This old frog boxing of a Marquis MC202 for Gore, a Fokker 21, and a Hawker Hurricane 2C. So I thought I'd do a little review of this kit at some point. And obviously I wanted to do the Fokker anyway at some point, but I need to buy new decals for that. I've also got like a few other ones that I haven't done yet. So I've got that Turkish Stars F5, which until I get an S key F5, it's quite hard for me to do. So I was thinking of doing a car as well. I was looking at getting like a Fiat 500 and doing that, which I know is really lame, but like I have a 500, so it would be nice to do one. And that's such a popular common car that I thought it would be nice to do one. But that's probably just me being a bit silly, to be honest. But that's sort of my plan at the moment for what I'm doing for the channel. So I have got like some sort of plan together. It's just not. I want to get back to weekly uploads. I'll be honest, work has been really stressful. We're really understaffed. Obviously I don't really want to say what I do for work, but it's a very emotionally and mentally intensive job. And I'm quite senior in my position, so when we don't have any staff, it gets quite stressful. And we went through a period where the only other person who's equivalent to me was off sick as well, so it was just me doing lots of overtime, and I had to basically decide, hey, am I going to maintain this schedule, or do I want to change my schedule so at least I can do something? And I figured if I do bi-weekly uploads, at least then I'm getting something out to you guys. So that's why I went down to sort of every other week. But I should be able to go back to every week, hopefully, soon. If everything goes to plan over the next week. because I'm going to be home alone, got no one bothering me. I'm going to try and build like a couple of models this week. I'm going to film all the videos this weekend, so I'm going to have to do my makeup about 4 times. And yeah, that's hopefully what I'm planning to do. It's not exciting. Don't get the 112 Fiat 500. I'll try not to. Suspension is to scale and can't support the model without collapsing. Oh, so like an Alpha Jet then? Because every Alpha Jet I've ever built is exactly like that. Oh yeah, also, I ended up buying a MiG-21 as well. I think someone said a MiG-17 earlier. I've got a MiG-21, which I didn't even mean to buy, but I have that now. That's the Hungarian display teams one. So yeah, that's the thing I have. Can't believe I ended up buying that as well. And I just didn't even mean to buy it. Okay. Well, I think that's me pretty much done for today then, guys. I'll wait a couple of moments just to see if anyone has any like closing comments they want to sort of make or talk about. But I mean, otherwise, I'm pretty much done. I'll just wait and see if you guys have anything you need to say. I'm assuming you don't. MiG-21, excellent. Yeah, it will look pretty nice when it's done. Even in the gross paint scheme that it's going to be in. I'm definitely not just looking for that model kit on eBay again. The Airfix F86 with Yugoslavian decals that I desperately need. That I just can't seem to find anywhere. If someone has one, please just send me the decals. Cause my god, I just need the Yugoslavian decals. All I have to say is I'm here for you. Oh, thank you. You're a lovely human being, Anna, so I'm glad you're here. Ever seen a MiG-19 kit? I've never seen one. Plug your channel to Airfix. You built enough to please them. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I might have to like... I need one of my videos to do like really well. One of my most recent ones, right? And I think that will be what hopefully puts it up there. Because let's just, before I go, let's just have a quick look at like my most recent ones. So my most recent one didn't do great. That got 100 and odd. But like other than that, some have done okay. Some have got a couple of thousand views. There's a couple that are approaching 1,000, all in the old format. The Dutch one in the new format was the first one to do like the actual talking format. And that's doing okay. All the Italian ones are weirdly doing okay. Which I don't understand. But sure. The Blenheim did quite well. I think that's the one I'd probably send. Or the Canada Snowbirds. The Boomerang did okay. Maybe I should. Maybe I'll send them the Boomerang video. Yeah, we'll do that one. We'll send them the Boomerang. Just see what they say. I don't think I reach enough people, but fuck it, why not? Cool. Sorry, my language just got horrendous at the end of the stream. I've not seen a MiG-19 kit either. I don't think I have anyway. There's an Edward one in 172nd. What? There's a 132nd one. I think there's a Trumpeter one from what I'm seeing. There's a lot of like bigger scale. Not a lot at like smaller scale. Oh, there's a KP one apparently. A KP MiG-19S. Okay. Right, I'm gonna call it then. Time of death, 1857. We sat here and chatted for half an hour after the stream, which is lovely. I'm really glad. We've had a really swell time today, guys. And I didn't eat all my cookies. I'm going to eat them all now, but now I managed to save them until now. The new boxing of the Italian Frecci MB339. Yes, I have. I do not have £60 to drop on model kits right now because I've just spent some money on model kits I couldn't really afford in the first place. Yeah, I'll be really honest. I want one tail out of that whole kit. I literally just want the Diavolo Rossi one, which is the Red Devils. That's literally the only one I want out of that entire kit. If someone could send me that, that'd be great. But yeah. Good luck, have a lovely Easter, bye all, take care. Right, okay, Miss Modeler and everyone else, bye for now, look forward to the next stream. Yes, thank you guys so much, it's been an absolute pleasure, I've loved this stream. It's been one of my favourite streams, mainly because you guys are all here. It's been so lovely. Next week, we'll probably move on to something else, because I'll probably finish this Fuga in the meantime. Think I have an idea what we want to do. But you guys will have to be here next Sunday, see what it is. But I know it's Easter, so a lot of you might not be here. But if you want to escape the chaos of your lives on Sunday, just let me know. I'll be here. I might even do some extra streaming on Friday, and I might do some extra streaming on Saturday as well. It very much depends. We'll see how I feel. I may even stream some War Thunder or something, because I'm off Friday to Monday. But I want to get really far ahead, so yeah. I will see you all later, and love to you all. You're all amazing. I meant to say bye, everyone. It's fine. Don't worry. I'll let me just check that I've got the stream as unlisted now. There we go. Yeah, I have. Alright then.